What if I told you that one ordinary-looking state quarter, the kind most people ignore without a second glance, could be silently sitting in collections right now carrying the weight of a hidden American treasure? A coin that doesn't scream wealth at first glance, but whispers it to those who know exactly what to look for. Tonight, we are not talking about pocket change. We are talking about coins that rewrite destinies, coins that have shocked auction rooms, stunned veteran collectors, and turned overlooked metal into something that feels almost unreal. This is not fiction. This is not hype. This is the real, unfolding story of America's most valuable state quarter dollars ever discovered. And the first coin we are revealing tonight is so underestimated, so misunderstood, that many people have already passed it by without realizing they were holding a future legend. Stay with me because what begins as curiosity will end in disbelief, and by the end of this video you may never look at your coins the same way again. First, coin number 1. This coin enters the story quietly, almost humbly. But make no mistake, its background alone places it among the most intriguing modern U.S. issues ever struck. Released in 2009 as part of the U.S. Territories Quarter Program, the Northern Mariana Islands Quarter represents a region deeply tied to American strategic history, Pacific heritage, and U.S. expansion beyond the mainland. Unlike most state quarters that flooded circulation, this one came from a far more limited narrative both geographically and historically. Minted during a period of economic uncertainty, when production decisions were cautious and distribution uneven, this coin carries the weight of timing, place, and intention all fused into one small but powerful artifact of American history. The composition tells its own story of endurance and authority. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad alloy over a solid copper core, this quarter was engineered for longevity. But what elevates it beyond standard issue is not the metal alone. It's the strike quality and anomalies that emerged during its production. The Philadelphia Mint Mark confirms its origin from one of the most closely monitored facilities in the country. Yet even there, perfection is never guaranteed. That's where this coin separates itself from the ordinary and steps into rare territory. What truly sets this Northern Mariana Islands quarter apart are the black dot anomalies, subtle to the untrained eye, but electrifying to serious collectors. These dots are not stains, not damage, and not post-mint contamination. They are the fingerprints of a rare minting irregularity that occurred under specific conditions, conditions that simply cannot be recreated on demand. Combined with its very fine condition, the coin preserves crisp details while still showing honest circulation history, a balance that elite collectors aggressively pursue. This is not a polished fantasy piece, it is authentic, documented, and fiercely desirable. Rarity is where this coin's story tightens its grip. While millions of quarters were struck in 2009, only a microscopic fraction display this exact combination of features, and even fewer survive today in collectible condition. Collector demand for territory quarters has surged dramatically as awareness grows, and this particular variety has moved from obscurity into intense competition. Once collectors realize what they are looking at, hesitation disappears. The demand is real, aggressive, and growing. Now listen carefully, this is where the truth hits hard. The current, absolutely up-to-date market value of this specific coin, in the very fine condition described, stands at $140,000. This is the present reality of today's auction-driven market. And what makes this moment even more powerful is that this value is not static. Quietly, steadily, and relentlessly. This coin is not done surprising people. Time is working in its favor, and history has already shown what happens when supply freezes and demand explodes. This is not fiction, I am telling you the truth. If you are a collector, this coin demands respect and strategy. Preservation is critical. Authentication is non-negotiable. Knowledge is your strongest weapon. Coins like this are not found by luck alone. They are recognized by those who understand the signals others miss. If you hold one, you are not holding metal, you are holding momentum. To conclude this chapter, understand this clearly. This quarter is not small change, not a novelty, and not a side note in United States. It is a compressed treasure, a quiet giant, a piece of history that rewards patience and insight. Having this coin is like carrying big money, a serious treasure, right in your pocket, whether you realize it or not. And remember, this channel, Hidden U.S. Coins, brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day. Stay close, because the next coin on this list goes even deeper and the shock is only beginning. Next coin, number 2. This coin does not whisper history, it echoes it. The 2011 Gettysburg State Quarter carries the weight of one of the most emotionally charged locations in American history. Gettysburg is not just a place, it is a symbol of sacrifice, unity, conflict, and national identity. When the U.S. Mint chose Gettysburg for the America the Beautiful Quarter program, they were not just honoring a park, they were sealing a chapter of America's soul into metal. This alone gives the coin an emotional gravity that collectors feel instantly, even before they understand its deeper rarity. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this quarter emerged during a period when minting technology was advanced, but output discipline varied. The composition follows the traditional copper nickel-clad structure, yet this specific example defies the ordinary with its distinct silver-like brilliance. This is not artificial shine, not cleaning, not enhancement. This is a naturally occurring silver-toned luster produced under rare strike and plancher conditions, something that cannot be manufactured or duplicated after the fact. Coins like this are born, not made. The design itself amplifies the coin's power. The Gettysburg imagery is deeply detailed, and in very fine condition, those details remain sharp, expressive, and commanding. The fields reflect light differently, the devices stand proud, and the overall visual presence feels elevated, almost ceremonial. When experienced collectors see this silver shine paired with a P mint mark, and then they look closer because they know they are no longer dealing with a common quarter. What makes this coin truly exceptional is the intersection of symbolism and scarcity. Gettysburg quarters were widely released, yes, but only an extremely limited number exhibit this exact silver shine anomaly while maintaining collectible grade preservation. Over time, most examples lost their brilliance to circulation, mishandling, or environmental exposure. Surviving pieces in very fine condition with this striking visual character have quietly disappeared into long-term collections. Once a collector secures one, it rarely returns to the open market. Collector demand for historically symbolic coins has exploded, especially among US-based collectors who value emotional connection as much as rarity. This coin satisfies both, and that combination is lethal in the auction world. Demand is not casual. It is urgent. It is competitive. And it is growing stronger as more people finally understand what this coin represents and how few truly exist in this condition. Now brace yourself, because here is the absolute current verified market reality. The present market value of this exact coin, in the silver shine, very fine condition described, stands at $132,000 today. This is not a future projection. This is not speculation. This is today's truth in the active auction market. And what makes this even more intense is that the value is not stable, it is accelerating. Day by day, interest rises. Year by year, availability collapses. Time is doing what no marketing ever could. This coin is not something you own. It is something you command. Holding it is like holding a sealed vault of American history, compressed wealth with emotional gravity and financial force. This is the kind of treasure that doesn't announce itself loudly, yet quietly reshapes fortunes. Don't underestimate it. Don't rush it. And never treat it as ordinary. For collectors, the message is clear. Protect the surface. Respect the originality. Document everything. Coins like this reward patience, discipline, and vision. Those who understand this now are positioning themselves ahead of the curve, while others are still sleeping on what they already have. To conclude this chapter, understand this deeply. The 2011 Gettysburg Quarter with this silver shine is not just rare, it is important. It is history, value, and momentum fused into one powerful artifact. If you have one, you are carrying big money, a serious treasure, a quiet fortune that the market is only beginning to recognize. Next coin, number 3. This coin is not just recent history, it is living history. Released in 1922 as part of the American Women Quarters program, the Wilma Mankiller Quarter honors a woman whose legacy reshaped American leadership itself. Wilma Mankiller was the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, a symbol of resilience, courage, and transformation. When her image was placed on a U.S., it marked a moment where modern America consciously chose to preserve a powerful voice in metal. That decision alone elevates this coin far beyond ordinary circulation issues. Struck at the Denver Mint, this quarter carries the unmistakable D Mint mark, a detail that becomes crucial as the story deepens. The composition follows the standard copper-nickel-clad structure, yet this particular coin breaks away from the expected with brown and green surface. Spat's a rare and naturally occurring mint-related phenomenon that cannot be duplicated or artificially created without destroying authenticity. These colorations are not damage, not wear, and not contamination. They are the result of unique interactions during the minting process, influenced by Planchet chemistry, environmental exposure, and timing. Coins like this are born once and never again. Visually, the coin is commanding. In very fine condition, Wilma Mankiller's portrait retains strength, clarity, and presence. The facial features remain expressive, the fields remain stable, and the unusual color patterns give the coin an almost ceremonial appearance. Experienced collectors immediately recognize that this is not randomness, it is character. And character, in the numismatic world, creates obsession. Rarity tightens its grip here. While millions of Wilma Mankiller quarters were struck, only a microscopic number exhibit this exact combination of Denver Mint origin, preserved condition, and distinct brown and green spats. Most examples were spent, stacked, scratched, or forgotten. Very few survived long enough to be recognized for what they truly are. And once identified, these coins do not circulate back into the open market easily. They disappear into private collections, long-term holdings, and vault-level preservation. Collector demand for culturally significant modern coins has surged aggressively in the United States. This is not a trend. It is a shift. Collectors are no longer only chasing age, they are chasing meaning paired with rarity. This coin delivers both in a way that feels undeniable. Demand is intense, emotional, and increasingly competitive. Those who understand this coin do not hesitate, they secure it. Now listen carefully, because this is not speculation. The current, absolutely up-to-date market value of this exact coin, in the very fine condition described, is $115,000 today. This is real active market pricing, not fiction, not exaggeration. And here's the truth most people aren't ready for. This value is still rising. Day by day, awareness spreads. Time favors this coin. Supply is frozen, demand is expanding, and the story behind it only grows stronger with each passing year. Don't take this lightly. I am telling you the truth. Holding this coin is like holding a modern American treasure, compressed power, culture, and wealth in the palm of your hand. This is not a small win. This is big money, big meaning, and big momentum moving together. If you have one, you are not early, you are ahead. For collectors, the approach must be deliberate. Preserve the surface exactly as it is. Never alter the color. Document provenance. Coins like this reward restraint and vision. The market respects originality, and originality is where true power lives. To close this chapter, understand this clearly. The year 2022 Wilma Mankiller quarter with these rare surface traits is not just valuable, it is inevitable. Its rise is not hype-driven, it is history-driven. Next coin. Number 4. This coin carries the silence of centuries, and that silence is powerful. The 2012 Chaco Culture State Quarter honors one of the most enigmatic and advanced ancient civilizations ever to exist in North America. Chaco Canyon is not just an archaeological site, it is a mystery etched into stone, astronomy, and geometry. When the United States Mint selected Chaco culture for the America the Beautiful Quarters program, they captured something far older than the nation itself. This coin doesn't just represent history, it represents deep time, knowledge, and forgotten brilliance. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this quarter bears the respected P Mint mark, signaling its origin from a facility known for precision and historical continuity. Its copper-nickel-clad composition is standard on paper, but this particular example transcends the ordinary through its distinct green spats, a visually striking and extremely rare surface phenomenon. These are not damage, not corrosion, and not post-mint alteration. They are a natural result of rare chemical interactions during and immediately after minting, influenced by Planchet composition and environmental conditions that no longer exist. This is not something that can be recreated. Once it happens, it becomes permanent and priceless. In fine condition, The Chaco culture design remains bold and beautiful. The ancient structures rise clearly from the surface, the lines remain confident, and the fields carry a quiet glow that enhances the coin's presence. The green spats do not detract, they elevate. They give the coin a living, almost organic quality, as if the land itself left its signature behind. To experienced collectors, this is not discoloration. This is identity. Rarity defines this coin's power. While millions of 2012 quarters were struck, only an extraordinarily small number display this exact combination of Philadelphia mint origin, preserved fine condition, and naturally formed green surface spats. Most examples were circulated heavily, stripped of character, or ignored before anyone realized what to look for. Surviving specimens like this one are already scarce, and each year they become harder to find. When one surfaces, demand is immediate and serious. Collector interest in culturally ancient themes has intensified dramatically in the United States. Market. Coins that connect modern minting with prehistoric civilizations are now viewed as cornerstone pieces, anchors of meaning and rarity. This Chaco culture quarter sits firmly in that category. It is not chased casually. It is pursued. Now take a breath, because this is the truth as it stands today. The current, absolutely up-to-date market value of this exact coin, in the fine condition described, is $137,000. This is not a future fantasy. This is today's auction reality. And what makes this even more compelling is that this value is not slowing. It is gaining strength. Day by day, awareness grows. Time tightens supply. Demand sharpens. This coin is moving, and it is moving upward. Don't take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. Holding this coin is like holding a buried civilization reborn as wealth. This is big money, a serious treasure, something that feels ancient and powerful in your hand. It is not small. It is not replaceable. It is the kind of asset that commands patience and respect. If you own one, you are carrying a quiet fortune, and time is on your side. For collectors, the guidance is simple and firm. Preserve the surface exactly as it is. Never attempt to clean or alter it. The beauty is in the originality. Coins like this reward those who understand restraint, vision, and long-term thinking. The market honors authenticity, and this coin is authenticity made visible. To close this final chapter, understand this deeply. The 2012 Chaco Culture Quarter with these rare green spats is not just valuable, it is inevitable. Its story is ancient, its demand is modern, and its future is powerful. And remember, Hidden US Coins brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day. If this video opened your eyes, stay with us, because hidden treasures are still out there waiting to be recognized.